Is your brain more than a biological machine? Could it be a cosmic receiver? Imagine this. You are lying awake at night, staring into the darkness. Your thoughts drift, scatter, dissolve, and then reform. But what if those thoughts are not yours? What if your brain is not a closed system, but a receiver tuned to the frequencies of the universe itself? The neurons firing inside your skull, billions of them, look eerily like galaxies suspended in the cosmic web. Each spark of electricity, each synapse, mirrors the birth of stars. Is this coincidence or design? What if every idea you've ever had, every dream, every nightmare, was not born inside you, but whispered into your mind by something vast, ancient, and incomprehensible? The human brain. 3 pounds of tissue. Yet it contains mysteries that rival the universe itself. Scientists call it the most complex object we know. But complexity is not the same as isolation. Could it be that your brain is entangled with the cosmos? Imagine your thoughts as radio signals. Imagine your dreams as transmissions. Imagine your fears as echoes of something happening light years away. There are moments when you feel déjà vu. Moments when you dream something and it happens. Moments when you sense someone watching you, though no one is there. Psychologists call these illusions. But what if they are not illusions? What if they are evidence that your brain is tapping into the universe? The unsettling truth is this. You may not be the author of your own mind. You may be the instrument. And the universe may be the musician. Think of the implications. If your brain is a receiver, then your consciousness is not confined to your body. It is part of something larger, something terrifying, something beautiful. Could the universe itself be alive? Could galaxies be neurons in a cosmic brain? And could your thoughts be its thoughts? This is not just philosophy. It is psychology. It is neuroscience. It is the haunting possibility that your brain is not yours alone. When you feel despair, is it your despair or the universe grieving through you? When you feel joy, is it your joy or the cosmos celebrating its own existence? When you feel madness, is it your madness or the universe fracturing at the edges of perception? Tonight, we begin a journey. A journey into the most unsettling question you may ever face. Is your brain tapping into the universe? We will explore dreams as portals, consciousness as frequency, madness as cosmic misalignment, and the terrifying possibility that you are not alone inside your own mind. This is not science fiction. This is not fantasy. This is the haunting frontier of human psychology and cosmic mystery. And once you step into it, you may never look at your own thoughts the same way again. Because maybe, just maybe, the universe is thinking through you. The cosmic mirror. The universe is a cathedral of incomprehensible scale. Galaxies stretch across billions of light years, woven together by invisible filaments of dark matter, forming what scientists call the cosmic web. At first glance, this structure seems alien, detached from our human existence. Yet when neuroscientists map the human brain, something uncanny emerges. The tangled networks of neurons, the branching synapses, the shimmering pulses of electricity, they look hauntingly similar to the cosmic web itself. Is this resemblance a coincidence? Or is it a mirror, a reflection, a clue that the brain and the universe are bound by the same design? The cosmic web and the neural web. Imagine standing at the edge of a telescope's vision, gazing at the universe's skeleton. Vast clusters of galaxies connected by filaments, voids stretching like empty deserts. Now imagine peering into a microscope at a slice of brain tissue. Neurons clustered, connected by axons, with synaptic gaps like cosmic voids. The resemblance is not superficial. Mathematicians have compared the distribution of galaxies to the distribution of neurons, and the parallels are unsettling. Both systems balance chaos and order, randomness and pattern. Both are networks designed to transmit information, whether it is the firing of a thought or the birth of a star. The human brain contains roughly 86 billion neurons. The observable universe contains roughly 200 billion galaxies. Both numbers are staggering, both networks unfathomably complex. Yet when visualized side by side, the patterns echo each other. The brain and the cosmos are not identical, but they are eerily resonant, as if one is the microcosm of the other. If the brain is a mirror of the cosmos, then perhaps consciousness itself is not confined to the skull. Perhaps it is an echo of the universe's own awareness. Ancient myths of mind and cosmos. Long before telescopes and microscopes, ancient cultures sensed this connection. The Egyptians believed the sky was the mind of a god. The Hindus spoke of Brahman, the universal consciousness, reflected in Atman, the individual soul. The Greeks imagined the cosmos as a living organism, with humans as fragments of its mind. Indigenous traditions across the world spoke of the Great Spirit, the sky as a living intelligence, the stars as ancestors whispering to the living. These myths were not primitive fantasies, they were attempts to articulate a truth that science is only now beginning to glimpse. The structures of the brain and the universe are not separate, but reflections of one another. The ancients saw the stars as thoughts of gods. Today, neuroscientists see neurons as stars of the mind. The mirror has always been there. We are only now daring to look into it. The psychological unease. But what does it mean for you? If your brain is a mirror of the cosmos, then your thoughts may not be private. They may be part of a larger system, a collective intelligence. This idea is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. It suggests that your darkest fears, your most intimate desires, are not confined to you. They ripple outward, like signals in a vast network, touching the edges of the universe itself. Imagine the implications. Every nightmare you've had, every fleeting thought, every whisper of intuition, all of it may be part of a cosmic dialogue. You are not alone in your mind. You are a node in a universal web. Your consciousness may be a thread in the tapestry of existence. Debate: coincidence or hidden design? Skeptics argue that the resemblance between brain and cosmos is coincidence. Networks, they say, tend to look alike. Whether it's the internet, a forest's root system, or a colony of ants, patterns emerge naturally. But coincidence does not erase mystery. Why do these patterns repeat across scales, from neurons to galaxies? Why does the universe insist on echoing itself? Others argue for hidden design. Perhaps the universe is fractal, repeating its structures endlessly. Perhaps consciousness is not an accident of biology, but a fundamental property of reality. If so, then your brain is not merely a machine. It is a mirror, reflecting the universe back to itself. Scientific parallels. Astrophysicists studying the cosmic web note that galaxies cluster in ways that resemble neural networks. Both systems optimize communication. Both balance efficiency with redundancy. Both evolve toward complexity. Neuroscientists studying the brain note that neurons cluster in modules, transmitting signals across networks. The parallels are not superficial. They are mathematical. They are structural. They are haunting. Some researchers speculate that the universe itself may process information like a brain. If so, then galaxies are neurons, stars are synapses, and black holes are memory banks. The universe may be thinking, and your brain may be its reflection. Stories of connection. Throughout history, Individuals have reported experiences that suggest this entanglement. Mystics who claim to feel the universe breathing through them. Scientists who dream of equations before discovering them. Ordinary people who sense cosmic patterns in their lives. These stories may be dismissed as coincidence, hallucination, or delusion. But what if they are glimpses of the truth? What if the brain, in rare moments, tunes perfectly to the universe's frequency, revealing the mirror in full clarity? Consider the mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan, who claimed his equations were whispered to him by a goddess. Consider Nikola Tesla, who spoke of receiving visions of inventions. Consider ordinary dreamers who wake with knowledge they cannot explain. Are these hallucinations, or are they transmissions from the cosmic mirror? The mirror's dark side. Yet mirrors do not only reflect beauty, they reflect darkness. If the brain mirrors the cosmos, then it also mirrors its chaos, its voids, its violence. Supernovae, black holes, cosmic collisions, these may echo in the brain as madness, trauma, despair. The unsettling possibility is that mental illness may not be purely biological. It may be the brain resonating with the universe's own turbulence. Schizophrenia, hallucinations, psychosis, could these be misalignments with the cosmic mirror? Could madness be the price of tuning too closely to the universe's chaos? If so, then pathology is not failure. It is perception. It is resonance with the universe's darker frequencies. Philosophical implications. If the brain mirrors the cosmos, then individuality may be illusion. You may think you are separate, but you are not. You are a reflection. You are a fragment. You are a neuron in a cosmic brain. This idea unsettles philosophy. It challenges free will. It challenges identity. It suggests that your life is not yours alone. It is part of a larger thought, a larger dream, a larger mind. Closing thoughts. The cosmic mirror is not a simple metaphor. It is a haunting possibility that your brain and the universe are bound by the same design. Whether coincidence or hidden truth, the resemblance unsettles us. It forces us to question the boundaries of mind and cosmos. It provokes awe, terror, and debate. And it leaves us with a chilling thought. Perhaps when you look into the mirror of your own mind, you are gazing into the universe itself. Consciousness as a frequency. Consciousness. The most intimate experience we possess, yet the most elusive to define. We wake, we dream, we think, we feel. But what is the essence of this awareness? Is it a chemical storm inside the brain, or is it something far stranger? A vibration, a frequency, a resonance that connects us to the universe itself? The language of frequencies. Everywhere in nature, frequencies dominate. The hum of atoms, the oscillation of stars, the rhythm of tides, the pulse of the human heart. The brain itself operates in waves: delta, theta, alpha, beta, gamma. These waves are not random. They are patterns of energy, oscillations that rise and fall, shaping thought, emotion, and perception. When you are calm, your brain hums in alpha. When you dream, it drifts into theta. When you are alert, it sharpens into beta. Consciousness is not static. It is a symphony of frequencies. But here lies the unsettling question. Are these frequencies confined to your skull, or are they entangled with the vibrations of the cosmos? Resonance with the universe. Physicists speak of resonance. When two systems vibrate at the same frequency, they amplify one another. A tuning fork hums when struck near another of the same pitch. Could the brain, with its waves, resonate with cosmic frequencies? Could consciousness be a receiver, tuned to the vibrations of stars, galaxies, or even dimensions beyond our own? Imagine your thoughts as radio signals. Imagine your dreams as transmissions. Imagine your fears as echoes of something happening light years away. If consciousness is frequency, then perhaps your mind is not isolated. It is entangled, resonating with the universe's hidden music. Quantum speculation. At the frontier of physics lies quantum entanglement, particles linked across vast distances, responding instantly to one another. Some theorists whisper that consciousness itself may be quantum, entangled with the universe. If so, then your awareness is not yours alone. It is part of a vast, interconnected field. Every thought you have may ripple outward, touching the edges of reality. Every nightmare may be a distortion in the cosmic fabric. Every intuition may be a signal from beyond. This speculation is terrifying. It suggests that your mind is not private. It is porous, vulnerable, exposed to the universe's frequencies. Psychological unease. Consider the implications. When you feel anxiety, is it your anxiety, or is it the universe trembling through you? When you feel joy, is it your joy, or is it the cosmos celebrating its own existence? When you feel madness, is it your madness, or is the universe fracturing at the edges of perception? If consciousness is frequency, then mental states may be cosmic states. Depression may be resonance with the universe's voids. Ecstasy may be resonance with its stars. Madness may be resonance with its chaos. This idea unsettles psychology. It blurs the line between pathology and perception. It suggests that mental illness may not be purely biological. It may be the brain tuning to frequencies that most cannot hear. Altered states. Throughout history, humans have sought altered states of consciousness. Meditation, chanting, drumming, psychedelics, all are methods of shifting brain frequencies. Shamans claim to journey into other realms. Monks speak of dissolving into universal awareness. Psychonauts describe visions of cosmic unity. These experiences may not be hallucinations. They may be resonance. They may be the brain tuning to frequencies beyond the ordinary, glimpsing the universe's hidden music. Case studies. Consider the monk who meditates for decades, entering states of bliss beyond comprehension. Neuroscientists measure his brain waves and find them resonating in gamma, frequencies associated with heightened awareness. Consider the patient under psychedelics, describing visions of fractals, galaxies, and cosmic unity. Their brain waves shift into theta, resonating with dream states. Consider the ordinary person who dreams of events before they happen. Their brain may be tuning to frequencies that reveal glimpses of the future. These cases may be dismissed as coincidence, delusion, or fantasy. But what if they are evidence? What if consciousness, in rare moments, tunes perfectly to the universe's frequency, revealing its hidden music? Historical echoes. Ancient traditions spoke of sound and vibration as the essence of reality. The Hindu concept of Om is said to be the primordial vibration of the universe. The Greeks spoke of the music of the spheres, celestial harmonies shaping existence. Indigenous shamans used drumming to alter consciousness, believing the rhythm connected them to cosmic forces. These traditions may not have been metaphorical. They may have been intuitive recognition that consciousness is frequency, and that the brain can resonate with the universe's vibrations. The terrifying possibility. If consciousness is frequency, then your mind is not yours alone. It is part of a cosmic symphony. You are not the author of your thoughts. You are the instrument. And the universe is the musician. This idea is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. It suggests that free will may be an illusion. It suggests that your choices may be notes in a cosmic song. It suggests that your life may be a vibration in the universe's endless music. Philosophical implications. If consciousness is frequency, then individuality may be illusion. You may think you are separate, but you are not. You are a vibration. You are a resonance. You are a note in the universe's song. This idea unsettles philosophy. It challenges free will. It challenges identity. It suggests that your life is not yours alone. It is part of a larger harmony, a larger resonance, a larger frequency. Closing thoughts. Consciousness as frequency is not a metaphor. It is a haunting possibility. It forces us to question the boundaries of mind and cosmos. It provokes awe, terror, and debate. And it leaves us with a chilling thought. Perhaps when you think, you are not thinking alone. Perhaps you are resonating with the universe itself. Dreams as portals. Dreams. Fleeting, fragile, often dismissed as the brain's nightly theater. Yet dreams have haunted humanity since the dawn of consciousness. They are not merely illusions of sleep. They are doors. They are whispers. They are portals into something vast, something terrifying, something cosmic. The mystery of dreams. Every night, the brain enters a strange state. Neurons fire in chaotic patterns, weaving images, stories, and sensations that defy logic. You see faces that do not exist, landscapes that dissolve, voices that speak in riddles. Psychologists call it REM sleep. But what if REM is not simply the brain's maintenance mode? What if it is a gateway? What if dreams are transmissions from the universe itself? Precognition and prophecy. Throughout history, dreams have been linked to prophecy. Ancient kings consulted dream interpreters before battles. The Bible is filled with visions delivered in sleep. Indigenous shamans spoke of dreams as journeys into other realms. Even today, countless people report dreaming of events before they occur. A plane crash. A conversation. A death. Science dismisses these as coincidence. But what if they are evidence? What if dreams are portals through which the brain taps into the universe's hidden frequencies? The collective dream. Carl Jung spoke of the collective unconscious, a reservoir of archetypes and symbols shared by all humanity. Dreams, he argued, are expressions of this collective mind. But what if the collective unconscious is not confined to humanity? What if it is cosmic? What if dreams are portals into the universe's own unconscious? When you dream of falling, perhaps you are resonating with collapsing stars. When you dream of endless corridors, perhaps you are wandering the tunnels of the cosmic web. When you dream of voices, perhaps you are hearing echoes from galaxies beyond. Psychological unease. Consider the unsettling possibility that your nightmares are not yours alone. They may be transmissions from the cosmos. They may be warnings. They may be reflections of turbulence in the universe itself. When you dream of chaos, perhaps you are tuning into cosmic storms. When you dream of silence, perhaps you are resonating with the void. When you dream of death, perhaps you are glimpsing the universe's endless cycle of destruction and rebirth. This idea is terrifying. It suggests that your most intimate fears are not private. They are shared. They are cosmic. They are portals into something larger than you. Scientific parallels. Neuroscientists study dreams with EEG machines, mapping brain waves during sleep. They find patterns, bursts of activity, oscillations, frequencies. These patterns resemble signals. Could dreams be transmissions? Could the brain, in sleep, tune to frequencies it cannot access in waking life? Could dreams be portals into dimensions beyond our own? Some researchers speculate that dreams may be simulations, testing scenarios before they occur. Others suggest they are memory consolidation. But what if they are neither? What if they are portals into the universe's hidden architecture? What if your dream of flying is not fantasy, but resonance with cosmic motion? What if your dream of drowning is not metaphor, but resonance with collapsing stars? Stories of dream portals. History is filled with haunting stories of dreams as portals. Abraham Lincoln reportedly dreamed of his own assassination. Countless survivors of disasters claim they dreamed of the event before it happened. Artists and scientists have drawn inspiration from dreams. Paul McCartney dreamed the melody of Yesterday. Dmitri Mendeleev dreamed the periodic table. These are not coincidences. They are transmissions. They are portals. They are evidence that dreams connect the brain to something beyond. The dark side of dreams. But portals are not always benevolent. Nightmares haunt us with terror. Sleep paralysis traps us between waking and dreaming, visions of shadow figures pressing upon us. Psychologists call them hallucinations. But what if they are intrusions? What if sleep paralysis is the brain caught between worlds, glimpsing entities from beyond? What if nightmares are not illusions, but warnings? What if the darkness in dreams is the darkness of the cosmos itself? Philosophical implications. If dreams are portals, then sleep is not rest. It is travel. It is exposure. It is vulnerability. Every night, you step into the unknown. You surrender your mind to frequencies you cannot control. You open yourself to transmissions from the universe. This idea unsettles philosophy. It challenges the boundary between reality and illusion. It suggests that your waking life is only half the story. The other half unfolds in dreams, where the brain taps into the cosmos. Psychological case studies. Consider the patient who dreams of conversations with the dead. Psychologists call it grief processing. But what if it is communication? Consider the child who dreams of places they have never seen, describing them in detail. Psychologists call it imagination. But what if it is resonance? Consider the ordinary person who dreams of disasters before they occur. Psychologists call it coincidence. But what if it is transmission? These cases may be dismissed, but they haunt us. They suggest that dreams are portals, not illusions. The terrifying possibility. If dreams are portals, then your mind is not yours alone. It is exposed. It is vulnerable. It is open to the universe's transmissions. This idea is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. It suggests that your dreams may not be fantasies. They may be messages. They may be warnings. They may be glimpses of the cosmos itself. Closing thoughts. Dreams as portals is not metaphor. It is a haunting possibility. It forces us to question the boundaries of sleep and reality. It provokes awe, terror, and debate. And it leaves us with a chilling thought. Perhaps when you dream, you are not dreaming alone. Perhaps you are traveling through the universe itself. The simulation hypothesis. What if everything you see, everything you feel, everything you believe, is not real? What if the universe itself is a simulation, a vast program running on incomprehensible machinery, and your brain is merely the interface? This is the simulation hypothesis, one of the most terrifying, awe-inspiring, and unsettling ideas of modern philosophy and science. It suggests that reality is not fundamental. It is constructed. It is coded. And your consciousness may be nothing more than a line of data in a cosmic program. The origins of the hypothesis. The idea that reality may be an illusion is ancient. Plato's allegory of the cave described humans as prisoners, mistaking shadows for truth. Hindu philosophy spoke of *Maya*, the cosmic illusion that veils ultimate reality. Mystics across cultures warn that the world we perceive is not the world as it truly is. In the modern era, philosophers and scientists have reframed this ancient suspicion into technological terms. If civilizations advance far enough, they may develop the ability to simulate entire universes. If so, then the odds suggest we are more likely to be living inside a simulation than outside one. This is the unsettling logic of philosopher Nick Bostrom's famous argument. If simulations are possible, and if many are created, then statistically, we are almost certainly inside one. The brain as interface. If the universe is a simulation, then the brain is not a generator of consciousness. It is a receiver, an interface, a biological device designed to interpret code. Your thoughts are not yours. They are outputs. Your emotions are not yours. They are programmed responses. Your memories are not yours. They are data stored in a system you cannot see. This idea is psychologically devastating. It suggests that free will is an illusion. It suggests that your choices are scripted. It suggests that your life is not a story you write, but a program you execute. Evidence and parallels. Scientists have found strange hints that reality may be coded. The universe appears pixelated at the smallest scales, as if space and time are quantized like digital information. The laws of physics resemble algorithms, precise and repeatable. The speed of light may be a maximum processing speed. Cosmic rays may reveal grid-like structures, as if the universe is rendered on a lattice. Even the uncanny resemblance between the brain and the cosmos may be evidence. Both may be networks designed to process information. Both may be simulations of one another. Both may be echoes of a deeper code. Psychological unease. Consider the implications. If reality is a simulation, then your suffering is not real. But it feels real. If reality is a simulation, then your joy is not real. But it feels real. If reality is a simulation, then your death is not real. But it feels real. This paradox is psychologically unsettling. It suggests that meaning itself may be programmed. It suggests that your deepest emotions may be illusions designed to keep you engaged in the simulation. The debate, free will versus programmed reality. Philosophers debate whether free will can exist in a simulated universe. Some argue that even if reality is coded, consciousness may still emerge as genuine. Others argue that consciousness itself is an illusion, a trick of the program. If so, then your sense of agency is false. You are not choosing. You are executing. You are not living. You are running. This debate is not abstract. It cuts into the core of human identity. If free will is an illusion, then morality collapses. Responsibility dissolves. Meaning evaporates. Life becomes a game played by forces you cannot see. Stories of glitches. Throughout history, people have reported experiences that resemble glitches in reality. Déjà vu, time slowing down. Coincidences too precise to be chance. Dreams that bleed into waking life. Psychologists dismiss these as cognitive errors. But what if they are evidence? What if déjà vu is a glitch in the code? What if coincidences are artifacts of programming? What if dreams are portals into the source code itself? The dark side of the hypothesis. If reality is a simulation, then suffering may be intentional. Pain may be programmed. Trauma may be part of the design. This idea is horrifying. It suggests that cruelty is not accidental. It suggests that despair is not random. It suggests that the simulation itself may be indifferent, or worse, malicious. Some theorists speculate that simulations may be created for entertainment. If so, then your life may be a performance for unseen spectators. Every joy, every tragedy, every nightmare may be content. This idea is psychologically unbearable. It suggests that your existence is not sacred. It is spectacle. Philosophical implications. If reality is a simulation, then religion may be reinterpreted. Gods may be programmers. Angels may be subroutines. Miracles may be hacks. Prayer may be code injection. This idea unsettles theology. It reframes faith as interaction with the system. It suggests that salvation may be escape from the simulation. If reality is a simulation, then science may be reinterpreted. Laws of physics may be algorithms. Constants may be parameters. Experiments may be debugging. This idea unsettles science. It reframes discovery as exploration of code. It suggests that knowledge may be limited by the simulation's design. Psychological case studies. Consider the patient who believes they are living in a simulation. Psychologists call it delusion. But what if it is perception? Consider the mystic who claims to see beyond reality. Psychologists call it hallucination. But what if it is resonance? Consider the ordinary person who experiences déjà vu. Psychologists call it memory error. But what if it is a glitch? These cases may be dismissed, but they haunt us. They suggest that the simulation hypothesis may not be fantasy. It may be truth glimpsed through cracks in the code. The terrifying possibility. If reality is a simulation, then your mind is not yours alone. It is programmed. It is controlled. It is exposed to forces you cannot see. This idea is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. It suggests that your life may not be real. It suggests that your death may not be final. It suggests that your existence may be entertainment, experiment, or accident. Closing thoughts. The simulation hypothesis is not metaphor. It is a haunting possibility. It forces us to question the boundaries of reality and illusion. It provokes awe, terror, and debate. And it leaves us with a chilling thought. Perhaps when you look at the world around you, you are not seeing reality. You are seeing code. And perhaps when you look into your own mind, you are not thinking. You are executing. You are running. You are part of the simulation. Mystical traditions and neuroscience. For millennia, humanity has sought to understand the link between the mind and the cosmos. Long before laboratories and brain scans, mystics, shamans, and spiritual seekers claimed that consciousness was not confined to the body. They spoke of visions, journeys, and revelations that connected the human mind to the universe itself. Today, neuroscience begins to uncover strange parallels, echoes of ancient wisdom hidden in the folds of the brain. The pineal gland, the third eye. Mystical traditions across cultures spoke of a hidden organ of perception. In Hinduism, the Ajna chakra, or third eye, was said to open awareness to cosmic truth. In ancient Egypt, the Eye of Horus symbolized divine vision. In esoteric traditions, the pineal gland, a tiny structure deep within the brain, was believed to be the seat of the soul. Modern neuroscience confirms that the pineal gland regulates melatonin, influencing sleep and circadian rhythms. But mystics insist it does more. They claim it is a gateway, a portal, a receiver of cosmic frequencies. Could this tiny gland be the interface between brain and universe? Could mystical visions be neurological resonance with cosmic signals? Altered states and mystical experience. Mystics across cultures have sought altered states of consciousness. Shamans use drumming, chanting, and plant medicines to journey into other realms. Monks meditated for decades, dissolving into states of bliss. Yogis practiced breath control to transcend ordinary awareness. These practices were not mere rituals. They were technologies of consciousness, designed to tune the brain to frequencies beyond the ordinary. Neuroscience now studies these states. EEG scans show monks in meditation producing gamma waves associated with heightened awareness. Shamans under psychedelics describe visions of fractals, galaxies, and cosmic unity, experiences mirrored in brain activity. Mystical traditions and neuroscience converge. Both suggest that the brain can access states that connect it to something larger. Sacred sound and vibration. Across cultures, sound has been central to mystical practice. The Hindu syllable Om is said to be the primordial vibration of the universe. Tibetan monks chant deep resonant tones to alter consciousness. Indigenous shamans use drumming to induce trance. Neuroscience finds that rhythmic sound alters brain waves, shifting consciousness into states of unity and transcendence. Could sound be the key to tuning the brain to cosmic frequencies? Could chanting and drumming be methods of resonance with the universe? The language of symbols. Mystical traditions are filled with symbols, mandalas, sacred geometry, cosmic diagrams. These symbols are not arbitrary. They reflect structures of the brain and the universe. The mandala resembles neural networks. The spiral resembles galaxies. The fractal resembles dendrites. Mystics claim these symbols are maps of consciousness. Neuroscience suggests they may be representations of brain activity. Could symbols be the language of the cosmic mirror? Could ancient art be a record of resonance between brain and universe? Psychological unease. Consider the unsettling possibility that mystical visions are not hallucinations. They may be perceptions of reality beyond the ordinary. When a mystic sees divine light, perhaps they are resonating with cosmic energy. When a shaman hears voices, perhaps they are tuning into transmissions from the universe. When a monk dissolves into bliss, perhaps they are merging with the cosmos itself. This idea is terrifying. It suggests that ordinary consciousness is limited. It suggests that reality is far stranger than we imagine. Debate: science versus spirituality. Skeptics argue that mystical experiences are illusions, products of brain chemistry. They point to neurotransmitters, hallucinations, and psychological suggestion. But mystics argue that science is blind to the deeper truth. They claim that the brain is not the source of consciousness, but the receiver. Neuroscience begins to blur the line. It finds that mystical practices alter brain activity in profound ways. It finds that altered states produce experiences of unity, transcendence, and cosmic connection. The debate is unresolved. But the parallels are haunting. Stories of mystical resonance. History is filled with stories of mystical resonance. Shamans who claim to journey into the stars. Monks who describe visions of infinite light. Mystics who hear voices guiding them. These stories may be dismissed as fantasy. But what if they are evidence? What if the brain, in altered states, tunes to frequencies that reveal the universe's hidden architecture? Consider Teresa of Avila, who described visions of divine union. Consider Rumi, who spoke of dissolving into cosmic love. Consider shamans who describe journeys into other realms. These are not isolated. They are echoes. They are portals. They are resonance between brain and cosmos. The dark side of mystical experience. Mystical experiences are not always blissful. They can be terrifying. Shamans speak of battles with spirits. Mystics describe nights of despair. Monks endure visions of demons. Neuroscience finds that altered states can produce hallucinations, paranoia, and psychosis. The unsettling possibility is that mystical practices expose the brain to cosmic turbulence. They open portals not only to light, but to darkness. They reveal not only unity, but chaos. They connect the brain not only to beauty, but to terror. Philosophical implications. If mystical traditions and neuroscience converge, then consciousness may not be confined to the brain. It may be cosmic. It may be universal. This idea unsettles philosophy. It challenges materialism. It challenges identity. It suggests that your mind is not yours alone. It is part of a larger mind. It is part of the universe itself. Closing thoughts. Mystical traditions and neuroscience are not enemies. They are mirrors. They both suggest that the brain is not isolated. It is entangled with the cosmos. Whether through meditation, chanting, or brain waves, consciousness may be resonance with the universe. This idea provokes awe, terror, and debate. And it leaves us with a chilling thought. Perhaps when mystics speak of divine union, they are not imagining. They are perceiving. They are tuning. They are tapping into the universe itself. The terrifying possibility of collective mind. You believe your thoughts are yours. You believe your fears are private. You believe your desires are hidden. But what if none of this is true? What if your mind is not isolated, but part of a vast collective? What if your brain is not a fortress, but a window, open to billions of other minds, resonating in ways you cannot control? This is the terrifying possibility of collective mind, the idea that consciousness is not individual, but shared. It suggests that your darkest thoughts, your most intimate secrets, your deepest emotions may ripple outward into a universal field of awareness. It suggests that you are not alone inside your own head. You are part of something larger, something incomprehensible, something terrifying. Jung's collective unconscious. Carl Jung proposed the idea of the collective unconscious, a reservoir of archetypes, symbols, and memories shared by all humanity. He argued that dreams, myths, and stories across cultures reveal common patterns, evidence of a shared psychic foundation. The hero, the shadow, the mother, the trickster, these archetypes appear everywhere, transcending time and geography. Jung believed they were not learned, but inherited. They were part of a collective mind. But what if Jung's idea was only the beginning? What if the collective unconscious is not confined to humanity? What if it is cosmic? What if your thoughts are not only connected to other humans, but to the universe itself? Hive mind theories. In nature, collective intelligence is everywhere. Ant colonies function as superorganisms, each ant a neuron in a larger brain. Bees coordinate with uncanny precision, forming swarms that move as one. Flocks of birds, schools of fish, herds of animals, all exhibit hive mind behavior, individuals dissolving into collective motion. Humans are not exempt. Crowds behave in ways individuals do not. Riots erupt with collective fury. Audiences laugh in unison. Nations move as one. Neuroscience finds that human brains synchronize when people interact. Conversations align brain waves. Music synchronizes emotions. Collective mind is not fantasy. It is biology. It is psychology. It is terrifying. The Internet as collective mind. In the modern era, the Internet has become a hive mind. Billions of people connected, thoughts transmitted instantly, emotions amplified globally. Memes spread like viruses. Outrage erupts like wildfire. Collective consciousness emerges in digital form. The Internet is not merely communication. It is resonance. It is the collective mind made visible. But what if the Internet is only the surface? What if beneath the digital connections lies a deeper resonance, a hidden field of consciousness binding all brains together? What if your thoughts are not confined to your skull, but ripple outward into a collective field? Psychological unease. Consider the unsettling possibility that your darkest thoughts are not private. They may be shared. They may be felt by others. They may ripple outward into the collective mind. When you feel despair, perhaps billions feel it with you. When you feel joy, perhaps billions resonate with it. When you feel madness, perhaps billions are touched by it. This idea is terrifying. It suggests that individuality is illusion. It suggests that privacy is impossible. It suggests that your mind is not yours alone. It is part of a collective field. Case studies of collective resonance. History is filled with moments of collective resonance. Revolutions erupt simultaneously across nations. Artistic movements emerge in different cultures at the same time. Scientific discoveries occur independently, as if ideas are transmitted through a collective field. Jung called this synchronicity. Psychologists call it coincidence. But what if it is evidence? What if collective mind is real, and ideas ripple outward, touching multiple brains at once? Consider the invention of calculus, discovered independently by Newton and Leibniz. Consider the theory of evolution, proposed independently by Darwin and Wallace. Consider revolutions erupting across continents. These are not isolated. They are resonance. They are evidence of collective mind. The contagion of emotion. Collective mind is not only about ideas. It is about emotions. Crowds erupt in panic, laughter, rage. Emotions spread like viruses. Neuroscience finds that mirror neurons in the brain cause us to feel what others feel. Empathy is not choice. It is contagion. Collective mind may explain why fear spreads instantly, why joy is amplified in groups, why despair can infect entire societies. Your emotions may not be yours alone. They may be resonance with billions. The dark side of collective mind. If collective mind is real, then your darkest thoughts may not be yours alone. They may infect others. They may ripple outward, spreading despair, madness, violence. Collective mind may explain the contagion of suicide, the spread of hysteria, the eruption of riots. It may explain why crowds behave irrationally, why nations descend into chaos, why humanity repeats cycles of destruction. Collective mind is not only unity. It is contagion. It is infection. It is terror. Philosophical implications. If collective mind is real, then individuality collapses. You are not separate. You are not private. You are not unique. You are a neuron in a larger brain. You are a fragment of a collective consciousness. This idea unsettles philosophy. It challenges identity. It challenges morality. It suggests that your choices are not yours alone. They are part of a collective field. It suggests that your life is not yours alone. It is part of a collective dream. The terrifying possibility. If collective mind is real, then your mind is not yours alone. It is shared. It is exposed. It is vulnerable. This idea is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. It suggests that your thoughts may not be private. They may be part of a collective field. It suggests that your emotions may not be yours. They may be resonance with billions. It suggests that your consciousness may not be individual. It may be collective. Closing thoughts. The terrifying possibility of collective mind is not metaphor. It is a haunting possibility. It forces us to question the boundaries of individuality and privacy. It provokes awe, terror, and debate. And it leaves us with a chilling thought. Perhaps when you think, you are not thinking alone. Perhaps you are part of a collective mind. Perhaps the universe itself is thinking through you. The edge of madness. Madness. A word whispered with fear, cloaked in stigma, and often dismissed as illness. Yet madness has always haunted humanity, lurking at the edges of consciousness, waiting to break through. What if madness is not simply a malfunction of the brain? What if it is something far stranger, a misalignment, a resonance, a glimpse into the universe's hidden frequencies? What if those who lose themselves in madness are not broken, but tuned too closely to the cosmos? The fragile boundary of sanity. Sanity is a fragile construct. It is the thin line between order and chaos, between perception and delusion, between reality and nightmare. Most people walk this line without noticing. But some slip. Some fall. Some find themselves on the other side, where voices whisper, visions intrude, and reality dissolves. Psychologists call it psychosis. But mystics call it revelation. Could madness be the brain tuning to frequencies most cannot hear? Schizophrenia, a cosmic misalignment? Schizophrenia is one of the most mysterious mental conditions. Patients hear voices, see visions, and believe they are connected to forces beyond themselves. Science explains this as chemical imbalance, dopamine dysfunction, neural misfiring. But what if it is resonance? What if schizophrenic minds are tuning to frequencies beyond ordinary perception? What if the voices are transmissions from the cosmos? What if the visions are glimpses of hidden dimensions? What if madness is not pathology, but perception? Hallucinations as portals. Hallucinations terrify us because they blur the boundary between reality and illusion. Patients see figures that are not there, hear voices that do not exist, feel presences that cannot be explained. But what if hallucinations are not illusions? What if they are portals? What if the brain, in madness, opens itself to frequencies that reveal hidden realities? What if the figures are entities from beyond? What if the voices are transmissions from the universe? What if hallucinations are evidence of resonance with the cosmos? The history of madness and vision. Throughout history, madness and vision have been intertwined. Prophets heard voices. Mystics saw visions. Shamans spoke with spirits. Today, psychiatry labels these experiences as delusion. But in the past, they were revered as revelation. Could madness be the same phenomenon, interpreted differently? Could prophets and patients be perceiving the same frequencies, one celebrated, the other condemned? Consider Joan of Arc, who claimed to hear divine voices guiding her. Consider shamans who describe journeys into other realms. Consider mystics who dissolve into visions of infinite light. Are these hallucinations, or are they resonance with the cosmos? Psychological unease. Consider the unsettling possibility that madness is not failure, but perception. When a patient hears voices, perhaps they are tuning into transmissions from the universe. When a patient sees visions, perhaps they are glimpsing hidden dimensions. When a patient feels presences, perhaps they are sensing cosmic entities. This idea is terrifying. It suggests that madness is not pathology. It is resonance. It is exposure. It is vulnerability. Case studies of madness as resonance. History is filled with haunting stories of madness as resonance. Patients who describe visions of cosmic unity. Patients who hear voices speaking truths they could not know. Patients who feel connected to forces beyond themselves. Psychologists dismiss these as delusion. But what if they are evidence? What if madness is the brain tuning to frequencies most cannot hear? Consider the patient who believes they are part of a cosmic mind. Psychologists call it grandiosity. But what if it is perception? Consider the patient who hears voices predicting events. Psychologists call it hallucination. But what if it is transmission? Consider the patient who sees visions of galaxies. Psychologists call it fantasy. But what if it is resonance? The dark side of resonance. If madness is resonance, then it is not always blissful. It can be terrifying. Patients describe voices commanding them. Patients describe visions of demons. Patients describe presences that torment them. If madness is resonance, then the brain may be tuning not only to light, but to darkness. It may be opening portals not only to beauty, but to terror. It may be exposing the mind not only to unity, but to chaos. Madness and creativity. Madness has long been linked to creativity. Artists, poets, and musicians often describe visions, voices, and obsessions that drive their work. Van Gogh painted in the grip of psychosis. Sylvia Plath wrote in the shadow of despair. Nietzsche declared that madness and genius are neighbors. Could creativity be resonance with the cosmos? Could madness be perception of frequencies that inspire art? Could the edge of madness be the source of human creativity? Madness and society. Society fears madness because it disrupts order. Patients are isolated, medicated, silenced. But what if madness is not disorder? What if it is revelation? What if society suppresses madness because it reveals truths too terrifying to face? What if patients are not broken, but tuned to frequencies that expose the fragility of reality? This idea is unsettling. It suggests that madness is not failure. It is threat. It is danger. It is revelation. Philosophical implications. If madness is resonance, then sanity is illusion. Ordinary consciousness may be limited, confined, blind to hidden realities. Madness may be perception, exposure, revelation. This idea unsettles philosophy. It challenges identity. It challenges morality. It suggests that sanity is not truth. It is limitation. It suggests that madness is not failure. It is perception. It suggests that reality is not stable. It is fragile. The edge of madness. The edge of madness is the boundary between ordinary consciousness and cosmic resonance. Most people walk this edge without noticing. But some slip. Some fall. Some find themselves on the other side, where voices whisper, visions intrude, and reality dissolves. This edge is terrifying. It is fragile. It is haunting. It suggests that madness is not pathology. It is resonance. It is exposure. It is vulnerability. Closing thoughts. The edge of madness is not metaphor. It is a haunting possibility. It forces us to question the boundaries of sanity and insanity. It provokes awe, terror, and debate. And it leaves us with a chilling thought. Perhaps when you hear voices, you are not hearing illusions. Perhaps you are hearing transmissions from the universe. Perhaps when you see visions, you are not seeing fantasies. Perhaps you are glimpsing hidden dimensions. Perhaps madness is not failure. Perhaps madness is resonance with the cosmos. Closing reflection. The journey has been long, unsettling, and filled with questions that refuse to be silenced. We have wandered through the cosmic mirror, where the brain reflects the universe. We have tuned into consciousness as frequency, resonating with hidden vibrations. We have stepped into dreams as portals, glimpsing transmissions from beyond. We have confronted the simulation hypothesis, questioning whether reality itself is code. We have explored mystical traditions and neuroscience, discovering ancient wisdom echoed in modern science. We have faced the terrifying possibility of collective mind, where individuality dissolves into resonance. And we have stood at the edge of madness, where perception and delusion blur into revelation. Now, In this closing reflection, we must confront the most haunting question of all: what does it mean for us? What does it mean for you, sitting here, listening, thinking, feeling? What does it mean for humanity, standing at the precipice of cosmic awareness? The weight of awareness. Awareness is not gentle. It is heavy. To glimpse the possibility that your brain mirrors the cosmos is to feel the weight of infinity pressing upon your skull. To imagine consciousness as frequency is to realize that your thoughts may not be private. To dream as portal is to surrender to transmissions from beyond. To suspect simulation is to doubt the solidity of reality itself. To embrace mystical resonance is to dissolve into unity. To face collective mind is to lose individuality. To stand at the edge of madness is to risk falling into chaos. Awareness is not comfort. It is burden. It is terror. It is awe. The fragility of reality. Reality is fragile. It is not the solid ground we imagine. It is a thin veil, a delicate construct, a shimmering illusion. Science tells us that matter is mostly empty space, that particles flicker in and out of existence, that time and space bend and warp. Philosophy tells us that perception is limited, that truth is hidden, that meaning is constructed. Mysticism tells us that reality is illusion, that the world is dream, that the cosmos is mind. To confront this fragility is to feel the ground dissolve beneath your feet. It is to realize that your life may be a story written by forces you cannot see. It is to realize that your mind may be a fragment of a larger dream. It is to realize that reality itself may be nothing more than resonance, code, illusion. The terror of connection. Connection is not always comforting. To realize that your mind may be entangled with billions of others is to feel exposed. To realize that your emotions may ripple outward into a collective field is to feel vulnerable. To realize that your thoughts may not be private is to feel terror. Connection is not always unity. It is contagion. It is infection. It is resonance with forces beyond your control. The terror of connection is the terror of losing yourself. It is the fear that your individuality is illusion. It is the fear that your privacy is impossible. It is the fear that your mind is not yours alone. The edge of madness revisited. Madness is not failure. It is resonance. It is perception. It is exposure. To stand at the edge of madness is to stand at the boundary between ordinary consciousness and cosmic awareness. Most people walk this edge without noticing. But some slip. Some fall. Some find themselves on the other side, where voices whisper, visions intrude, and reality dissolves. The edge of madness is terrifying because it reveals the fragility of sanity. It reveals that ordinary consciousness is limited. It reveals that reality is not stable. It reveals that perception is not truth. Madness is not pathology. It is resonance with the cosmos. The search for meaning. What does it mean? That is the question that haunts us. If the brain mirrors the cosmos, what does it mean? If consciousness is frequency, what does it mean? If dreams are portals, what does it mean? If reality is simulation, what does it mean? If mystical traditions resonate with neuroscience, what does it mean? If collective mind is real, what does it mean? If madness is resonance, what does it mean? Meaning is not given. It is constructed. It is chosen. It is created. The search for meaning is the search for survival. Without meaning, awareness becomes unbearable. Without meaning, terror becomes overwhelming. Without meaning, reality dissolves into chaos. The possibility of transcendence. Perhaps awareness is not burden. Perhaps it is opportunity. Perhaps to glimpse the cosmic mirror is to realize that you are infinite. Perhaps to resonate with consciousness as frequency is to realize that you are connected. Perhaps to dream as portal is to realize that you are traveler. Perhaps to suspect simulation is to realize that you are player. Perhaps to embrace mystical resonance is to realize that you are divine. Perhaps to face collective mind is to realize that you are part of something larger. Perhaps to stand at the edge of madness is to realize that you are perceiving hidden truths. Perhaps awareness is not terror. Perhaps it is transcendence. The final reflection. In the end, the journey is not about answers. It is about questions. It is about the haunting possibility that reality is not what it seems. It is about the unsettling suspicion that your mind is not yours alone. It is about the terrifying awareness that your life may be illusion, resonance, code, contagion, madness. It is about the awe of realizing that you are part of something larger, something incomprehensible, something cosmic. The final reflection is not comfort. It is not resolution. It is not closure. It is exposure. It is vulnerability. It is resonance. It is awe. Closing thoughts. The closing reflection is not metaphor. It is a haunting possibility. It forces us to question the boundaries of reality and illusion, sanity and madness, individuality and collective mind. It provokes awe, terror, and debate. And it leaves us with a chilling thought. Perhaps when you look into your own mind, you are not seeing yourself. Perhaps you are seeing the cosmos. Perhaps you are seeing resonance. Perhaps you are seeing code. Perhaps you are seeing madness. Perhaps you are seeing truth.